What's going on, guys? TwoTenEast here, back with another love featuring marriage and divorce video. Really quick, before I get into this week's episodes, I just want to shamelessly plug the character battle royale that we will be having once this season ends. We did this for season 2 as well. You can go back and look in my videos. It's a whole lot of fun. We do a live stream where we have all the characters in love featuring marriage and divorce in a head-to-head tournament bracket style. You guys get to vote live who you want to advance to the next round. We had a blast last time, so hopefully we can get a bunch of people coming this time. So yeah, make sure to tune in for that and be on the watch for when that's going to be. And with that being said, just one other thing I want to say. For these last 2 weeks, we're back to double episodes, Saturdays and Sundays. And for these last 2 weeks, I'm going to be focusing more on doing an overall review, just summarizing the main events of the episodes and doing less of the play-by-play, talking about every little single thing that happens in the episodes. Okay, so with all that being said, let's get right into episode 13. So the first scene we get is the breakfast at Pyoung's place. Papa So and Dong Ma arrive. We see that Nu Shin and Ami, who got there before them, were kind of just kicked out after they unsuccessfully tried to get Dong Mi to come with them. When Dong Ma and Papa So do arrive, Ami and Nu Shin are just waiting in the car, and they get a look at them, and Nu Shin just looks really pissed and defeated and salty, and Ami actually has the nerve to say, "Wow, look how handsome Dong Ma is. Pyoung's really still got it." She just couldn't be any stupider of a character. Let's just move on. So basically the breakfast goes well. Papa So likes all the stuff, and meanwhile Dong Mi is making it painfully obvious that she's interested in snagging up Papa So for herself, both in the way she talks in front of everybody and to Papa So, and also by herself later when she's monologuing in front of the mirror. So after the breakfast scene, there's just a little more discussion between Pyoung and Nu Shin and Ami about what's going on with Dong Mi, why she's being so weird, and what her condition might be. They finally have this little intervention for her and tell her to go to the doctors to get a checkup and to get examined. So she does go to the hospital and gets a bunch of tests done, but then also Nu Shin tries to ask her about her mental health, and she gets really offended and figures out they were kind of just tricking her into going to the doctors to try to get a mental psychological evaluation as well. Ami calls up Pyoung and tells her, hey, it's obvious that she's being affected by some kind of trauma, and you should take my theory seriously that Dong Mi murdered her husband, and that's why she's now acting the way she is. And this is kind of what we were all thinking anyways. So the other main storyline going on in this episode is the whole Hae-ryung Songwon ghost possession thing, and Sahyun's parents trying to figure out a way to confirm whether she is or isn't possessed. So Sahyun's dad calls in a monk, this monk dude, and they plan this cover for him that he's just going to come out and check the feng shui of the house. But really, he's going to be checking out Hae-ryung and assessing whether she's possessed or not. And he comes to the house, dude's in this full outfit, looks super fucking legit. So he's able to tell right away that Hae-ryung is possessed because, he's the real deal. He's about that life. He really does this shit. So he actually gives a bunch of really useful information. He confirms Hae-ryung is possessed, and also that it's not a malicious spirit that's possessing her, which again is what a lot of us suspected. Songwon never really seemed like she hated Hae-ryung, and again, it's probably just that she wants to watch over the baby. The monk also says that it's not going to be good if you leave it just the way it is, which is what the parents were discussing, because the spirit needs to find a way home and a way to move on. He also mentioned something about how if it lingers for too long, there's a chance it might become reincarnated. So yeah, just a lot of super helpful information from this monk. Thanks a lot, man. Would have been nice to have you for season 2 as well, but glad you're here now. Okay, so there's also a meetup with Hae-ryung and Nu Shin where they talk about their woes and have a pity party, and Hae-ryung manages to throw in his obligatory super low blow on Seon about how he can't imagine someone else would marry her because she's old and done as a woman. Throughout this episode, there's a lot of what appears to be, dare I say, acceptance and self-reflection on Nu Shin and Hae-ryung's part. They seem to have kind of realized that they have lost and that they are losers and that they really fucked up. Anyways, fuck these guys. Okay, so then Seon and Mr. So's wedding happens and it goes well. Happy for them, happy for Seon, but nothing much to say about it. There's also this quick scene after the wedding where the like head maid, I think it is, of the So household is like talking shit about Siyun to the other maids and says that, oh, it must have been quite a sight to see having an old hag as a bride. And the other maids like all laugh and think it's funny. And I really wasn't paying attention and didn't know who this woman was before, but now I fucking hate her. How dare you attack Siyun? You leave her alone. Okay, then there's a big scene with Piyung and Ji-ah, Nu-shin, where Nu-shin makes his case to have Ji-ah come live with him. Ji-ah breaks down how he did the family wrong. He tries to justify it. She's like, nah. And it just ends with her deciding and officially announcing that she wants to live with Piyung, not with her dad. And it's a big dramatic moment and everyone cries and people get their feelings out and say what they want to say. And yeah, it's great. Also, there's just more scenes of Dongmi kind of just losing it. It's just she's going off the deep end. She threatens to kill Ami when Ami tries to sneak her medication. Dongmi's very up and down this episode. Like 1 minute she's cheerful, then she's really aggressive and angry. And honestly, it's pretty sad to see, but I also just love anybody like giving it to Ami, so I'll take it. Also, for the life of me, I cannot figure out what this show's obsession with farting is. I don't know why, but it just keeps coming back over and over. The fart jokes, these little fart discussions, the fart meta of this show. Okay, so then like the most interesting thing of this episode, or maybe, I don't know, one of the two interesting things is that we finally get the confession from Dongmi, which has been a long time coming. So she again suspects that Ami is trying to like poison her with the food she's giving her, and she's clearly losing it and becoming paranoid, and this is all a result of what she's done, obviously. So she does finally tell Ami that, yes, this is how I killed my husband. I fed him bad food to give him high blood pressure so he'd have a heart attack, and I killed him. And she just comes out and says it, and Ami is all wide-eyed and horrified. And it is very reminiscent of the old Dongmi, the evil, psychotic, maniacal Dongmi. And for her, this is tragic, but for me, it's actually entertaining because I liked that old Dongmi that was crazy and you never know what she was gonna do. It was just a lot more fun to watch. So then we're pretty much done with the episode, but then we get the other like kind of interesting thing that happens, which is pretty interesting. It's a big thing. So Hae-ryung is in the car and she suddenly gets nauseous and looks like she's about to throw up. And the suggestion here is that she has become pregnant. This is, of course, what Sahyun's dad wants. So the whole thing with the ghost sticking around for long enough and then possibly reincarnating itself into something else. The dad had the idea that, oh, well, Songwon can be reincarnated in a new baby, a sibling for Daenada. So then Hae-ryung can finally be free of being possessed, and Sahyun's dead mistress can become his second child birthed by his ex-wife. That seems like the logical solution to this problem. So yeah, it seems like she is going to be pregnant, and if that exact thing happens, I don't know, but we'll just have to see. Anyways, that's it for episode 13, guys, so let's move right on into episode 14. Okay, sorry guys, I was completely dead inside yesterday for various reasons that I'm not going to bore you with, so sorry about the lack of... Okay, anyways, let's get into episode 14. Alright, Ami goes to Nu-shin to talk to him about Dongmi and tells him about Dongmi's confession. And of course, Nu-shin does not believe her. Okay, so then we get more I can't talk. Ugh. So we're getting more maid scenes. I guess they're like a real thing now. They're just a thing. And the head maid is just still hating on Siyun hardcore. She's telling the other maids that didn't Siyun feed them anything? They always eat a lot or something. Oh no, you did not just call Siyun Graham Morella. God damn it, she's really going in. And the head maid also asks, why should we cater to her? Oh, I don't know, maybe because it's your fucking job, you pinhead. You're a maid. Your whole job is to serve and cater to the family, the So family that she's a part of now. Why don't you just shut up and deal with it and cry about it off screen? We don't need you eating up screen time. We're dealing with too much other bullshit and we don't need this new fucking thing, okay? Anyways, so then there's a really nice scene with Piyung, Dongma, and Ji-ah, and they're all talking and Ji-ah's bonding with Dongma and they love each other and it's all olive oil and balsamic vinegar for from here on, if you know what I mean. Okay, so first actual big news of the episode is Hae-ryung is confirmed to be pregnant. So I guess we might actually get to see the reincarnation thing happen. All right, then there's a scene with Nu Shin and Ami where Ami complains about Dong-mi some more. Nu Shin does say something interesting here, which is that he actually comes out and says, if I had to pick between you or Dong-mi, I'd pick Dong-mi. Let's go. He says all this stuff like Dong-mi's taken care of me since I was a kid, and if you don't like that, if you can't deal with that, then you can leave. I won't beg you to stay. And this is just music to my ears. So yeah, they have this whole argument, and Ami's obviously mad about that. Okay, so a big thing in this episode was there was just so much effort made into building up Dong-ma and Ji-ah's relationship. I think I said this before, but they're getting along really well. They're bonding and all that. At one point, they go, I guess, shopping for horse riding stuff, and Nu Shin happens to see them in the parking lot, and he's sitting in his car, and he gets all pissed and mad. And then he just kind of flips shit. He heads over to Pi-young's place uninvited and starts taking all of Ji-ah's stuff. He's gonna pack them all up because he wants to take them and like force Ji-ah to live with him, I guess. Great plan, dude. Anyway, so he gets all the stuff packed up in these suitcases and he's about to leave, but then Pi-young gets back just in time and they have a little face-off. They argue and Nu Shin is just adamant about taking Ji-ah. Pi-young's like, hell no. And it kind of just goes on and on. But eventually Pi-young manages to talk him down and he finally gives up and says, okay, fine, let's end it here. It's done. And he leaves, hopefully, for the last time. Okay, so now the exorcism is on, guys. Grab a seat, grab some snacks. The monk is going in. He's doing his chant. He's just going hard. And then he also just like throws some shit at Song-won. And we see the Song-won ghost leave Hae-ryung's body. It gets kind of pushed out. And of course, we get only the top of the line special effects in this scene. Mind-blowing. Inception could never. And yeah, she's out. They put this like seal on the door so she can't get back in. And there's this force lightning stuff guarding the door. She tries, but the monk's jutsu is just too strong. And Ghost Wan is all sad, but eventually she just leaves and walks outside and stands there. More on that later, though. Okay, then Pi-young and Dong-ma's wedding happens and it goes well. We do get this weird intercut going to Nu Shin and he's shooting a gun. The transition from the wedding to the scene with him shooting at a shooting range was really blurred. I thought for a moment that like Nu Shin was about to shoot up the wedding. Back to the wedding. It's great. It's going awesome. Everyone is happy. Pi-young looks amazing. Hey, look, there's Si-yeon. All right, then we see Ga-bin, who's all in her feelings and singing to herself. But then we see that Ghost Wan is behind her, lurking in the shadows. Does this mean she's going to possess Ga-bin or just maybe wants to talk to her or stay with her? Okay, then some really bad news, guys. Hae-ryung is in the bathroom and blood comes down her leg. And yeah, she goes to the hospital after telling Sa-hyun, and then we get confirmation shortly after Hae-ryung has had a miscarriage. Oh, and my bad, by the way, while this is all going on, we find out that Pi-young is pregnant too. Move aside, Bada, and make room for Dong Dong. Let's fucking go. Anyways, the Hae-ryung thing is really tragic. It's really sad, and I think I get my question answered here. We see Hae-ryung and Sa-hyun at the hospital, and she's already starting to look like her old self again, snapping at Sa-hyun, not being nice anymore, being the Hae-ryung that we all know and love, right, guys? Anyways, I guess the ghost leaving her body wasn't enough. She also had to be rid of the baby as well for the possession to completely go away. And yeah, it's terrible news, terrible thing, very sad, but also Hae-ryung is now free. Oh, also, yeah, Pi-young and Dong-ma, they're all happy, and they tell Papa So, and he's like, oh. Okay, so we're almost at the end of the episode. Ami is crying about something, I don't know, some recipe or something, and then Nu Shin says, oh God, no! There goes my hopes and dreams, guys. It looks like Nu Shin has given up on his goal of getting back Pi-young, and he's now all in on Ami and wants to get married. Oh, and they're also gonna try for a baby too. Great, awesome. Everybody's got babies. Oh, also, yeah, I forgot. Dong-mi is visiting Ga-bin again, and she's talking to her and asking her about her love life and telling her to get married while she's still kind of young. So this goes on for a bit, and then Dong-mi says she knows somebody who would be perfect for her. Does she mean Hey Ryun, Dongmi, who doesn't know that they were together for a while, is just going to try to set him up again, not knowing that they already broke up. That would be hilarious. But yeah, of course, the scene ends there and we don't get an official confirmation. Okay, so the episode is practically over, but then we see Seon, and yes, she is pregnant too, guys. Everyone's pregnant. Everyone gets a baby, except Hae-ryung, of course, because she's bad and we have to punish her. Okay, guys, that's it for this episode. The preview for next week looks insane. I guess we're gonna get some Grim Reapers appearing. Whatever happened to the ghost kid? Is he just gone now? Find out next week on Love featuring Marriage and Divorce. All right, guys, I'm TwoTenEast, and I'll see you next week. All right, have a good day.